How's it going, guys? Got a cold start video and also just a trip out here to the land or garage. Gonna get some of the newer subscribers familiar with my place and you know, just get you familiar with you know, the area or whatever I got to play or whatever you want to have it. But I live in a trailer park, but I own this little piece of land here, 2.6 acres. Built a garage on it. Started out with that little trailer shed thing right there. You can kind of barely see, but and then a year or so later I built a garage. Owned this place about 4 years now, I think. Its perimeter is pretty much down there where you see brush. It's pretty much a foot or so into the brush, and then it runs over to over into there somewhere behind that trailer, in front of that big tree, and then runs up through the middle of this field, kind of a little bit on the other side of that telephone pole. And looks like my uncle was in because his truck's sitting here, and the road kind of runs all the way around the side of it. Anyway, and I also got a big task right here, these giant stumps. Pulled them out of the ground. That was a pretty entertaining little project there. My cousin took his Ram 1500 and ripped them out of the ground all the way along that tree line. I seen the back of those wheels come off the ground 2.5 foot when he's yanking on those. I cannot believe he didn't break the truck. But alright, we'll go down the garage and do some cold start. Alright, for the first cold start, we're going to do this little Chinese side-by-side thing. It's 32 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's 0 Celsius for you guys interested. So it is, no, not that super cold, but purposely kind of came out here today to, you know, it's a kind of a little bit warmer day to do this. I was out here a few weeks ago and I tried to start the generator and it would fire, but it wouldn't stay running. Pretty much I think all the evaporatives evaporated out of the gas, but this guy here should be pretty easy. A little harder than I thought it would be. Alright, up next the generator. A little bit of fresh gas in there and try to bring it back a little bit. For those of you that has a generator portable outside, you find yourself a 55-gallon plastic drum. You can cut it in half, makes a nice top for it. I'll get some new gas in there and see if we can get this going. Alright, let's see how this goes. Man, that thing ain't even trying. Almost like it's not getting any spark. A little low oil shut-off thing unplugged, so it's not that. That matters, but it does have oil in it. Got that thing unplugged so it ain't gonna hurt nothing. I'm amazed at how long this thing is held up, really, because it's probably 6 years old. It has ran for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours out here and never had any maintenance done to it, or never had a repair, really. Oh, there we go. clear up as it runs for a little bit. When I first bought this place, I used that generator all weekend long, or even if I took like a week of vacation. You know, this was a new place to me, so, and it had a lot of work to do. There was tons and tons of trash and things to clean up. But you know, we'd be out here sometimes for a whole week every day, and that thing would run the whole time. And also to note, and it's probably not a nice thing to brag about, I have never changed the oil in that generator either. I just add oil to it. And and for 300 bucks, I mean, that thing has been amazing. But anyways, now I use solar for the most part out here. But okay, this goes to the breaker box, and this comes in from the generator. The generator is currently lighting that bulb, and now the garage is plugged in. And if I want to run the solar, I go from the box to the inverter. Let's see. I kind of want to use this inverter here for the microwave. It's the only thing I use it for. But I want to warm me up some coffee. Alright, next cold start. My dad's little Cobalt. See if this thing will start up. The battery is getting kind of crappy in this thing, so this may or may not work very well. Nope. I'm gonna have to get battery charger out, stick on it. Alright, so believe it or not, this is the first time this car has not started. Generally, every time I come out, it will start up, but it's just really slow cranking. And it seems like the longer it sits in here, the worse and worse it's been getting. This battery is probably original equipment, and the car's an 09, so it's currently 2017. So the battery's getting kind of old. It is that needle was buried dead, and it's only been a couple minutes and it's already halfway, so that battery is very low capacity. So while we're waiting for the Cobalt to get, charge up, we'll try to get the 300EX going. This thing is a cold-blooded one. This carburetor that I put on it doesn't have a choke. It has like a primer button, and the primer button thing just doesn't work very well. Pretty much, I'll get the seat off here. I'll show you what I do. To get it started, I smash that air cleaner flat. That's how I get it started, which is, you gotta mess around with that air cleaner all the time, and it's gonna just keep moving the dust around and end up defeating the purpose of it even being on there. But that's how I gotta get it started, smashing the air cleaner flat. Alright, let's see if we can get her going. I'll give that primer thing a whip, but I've never seen it do anything. Well, I guess it would help if I turn the gas on. Alright. So most typically, after this thing warmed up for even just like 20 seconds or so, it quits smoking. It's just, after I rebuild it, that's just what it is. I don't know if I didn't have the bore honed good enough, rough enough for the rings to seat. But that, and the rings was slightly used when I put it in it. They was put in another engine that didn't work out. So I think they're designed to only really break in once. But anyway, I'll shut you guys down, and typically I got to stay on the throttle with this thing for a little bit before it stays running. Alright, back to the Cobalt. Looks like the battery might be up enough to start this guy. Now the whole point of this is I try to come out here more often than what I do, but you know, to see if I can get some of this stuff to run a little bit. Keeps the fuel injectors in this from getting all gummed up running it. Try to run it for 10 minutes at least. Bike's generator, and maybe not quite that long. Pretty much just to cycle through the gasoline that's in the bowl, you know, and kind of get some new in it. There we go. Alright, well, you guys enjoyed a little bit of the walk around and the cold starts. But I'll catch you guys later.